Hey, what is going on, everybody? So today we're going to talk about something that may be very helpful to you if you are running low on storage space and you need some virtual machines on your computer. Okay, so I've been getting this question quite a bit in the comments, and basically it goes a little something like this. Can I install my virtual machine on an external drive? And the simple answer to that is absolutely. So I wanted to make this video today kind of showing you how to do that several different ways. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have a test virtual machine here, Windows XP. It was the quickest one to install. It's also a lot smaller, so when I actually move this around, it won't take that long just for video purposes. So let's go ahead and talk about first where your virtual machines are stored by default. So if you go to your Finder and you go to your Macintosh HD, then you can go to your Users folder, then you can go to your Home folder, and right here is where all of your VirtualBox VMs are stored. This is a folder that is created by default for VirtualBox. And if you open this folder, well, you're going to see another folder here. And this is where your virtual machines are going to be. So you see Windows XP is right here in this folder. Now you could have more or less in this folder depending on how many machines you actually have. But for this video, like I said, I should only have this one right here. Now if we open this folder, you're going to see four different files. Number one is the logs. So this is all of your VBox logs here. And basically these can be used for troubleshooting purposes. So a lot of people can post these in the VirtualBox forums and get helped out in case something is going wrong. This file right here is actually your virtual machine itself. So if you double click on it, it will actually open up your virtual machine. And so that's basically how VirtualBox can open your machine. So that's what that one does. This one right here, I'm actually not sure what this one does. Don't even worry about it, I guess. But this one right here is the big one. So this is your VirtualBox disk image. This is the VDI, as you can see. You actually can't open this file, as you can see. But this is where your virtual hard drive for your virtual machine is stored at. Now we can right click on this and I can hit get info here, and you can see that here it is, the VirtualBox disk image, and this is how much space Windows XP has taken up so far. Now of course mine is always dynamically allocated, so I allocated 32 gigs to this XP machine, but so far it's only used 1.4 gigs, so that's why we only have this much used. Now yours might be a lot different. Yours could be way larger than this. For example, on my other computer I have my main Windows 10 virtual machine. That VirtualBox disk image file is somewhere in the 50 gigabyte range. So when you start getting on up there, you can definitely see how your storage space can start to run low. So that may prompt you to need to be able to move your virtual machine. So let's go ahead and talk about, well, how do we do this? Before we even move this though, let's talk about one of the easier ways to do it. You can move it from the start. So what do I mean? When you create your virtual machine, you click on new, you can see right here the machine folder, and there's that default folder, the VirtualBox VMs and your users, and you can click on that and you can click other and you can put it wherever you want. So that is the easiest way, of course, to move it before you even create the virtual machine. Now the other way here, and VirtualBox version 6 makes this super easy, is you could simply right click on your machine and you can click move. I mean, it can't get any easier than that. You click move and then you put it wherever you want to. Now the other way is you can go to file, you can go to the VirtualBox Media Manager, and here's that hard disk right here. You can right click it, you can hit move right here, or you can click this move button up here at the top. Now I'm going to go ahead and move this. So I have a SanDisk 32 gig flash drive that I'm going to plug in here, and there it is up there. So I can right click on this, I click move, I click on my external storage, which is my flash drive, and I click open. And once you do that, it's going to begin moving the disk image to your flash drive or whatever external storage you have put in. So while this is moving this, and this could take a while, I mean it could take a really long time depending on the speed of your drive and also the size of your disk image. So I probably wouldn't run my virtual machine off a flash drive like I'm trying to move it to right now. Again, this is for video purposes. I'm just showing you. You can run it off a flash drive if you want to, but you're going to be better off if you have an external hard drive, like an actual hard drive, or even better, an external SSD. Now, the external SSD is definitely the one you should probably go for, especially if your host machine still has a traditional hard drive. If you move the virtual machine to your external SSD, you're going to see a huge bump in performance. So I'm going to go ahead and let this move on over, and I'll come back whenever it decides to get done here. Alright, so it is now done moving over. It took maybe about 10 minutes or so. So it could take a while, like I said earlier, for you, but let's go ahead and just check and make sure that it moved over. So if we go to our home folder again, we go to this main folder. Now you're going to notice, yes, this folder is still here, but it's completely empty now. So that is good. And if we go to our drive, now we have our stuff here in our drive. So those big files are now off of our main storage and on the external storage. Now, we'll eject this just to show you what happens if you try and start the machine with it ejected. And this is what happens. Failed to open a session for the virtual machine. So that proves to you that it is no longer on our host machine. Now I will plug this thing back in and show you what happens this time. There it is. See in there? So click start. And I expect this to run painfully slow. Yeah, so it is not having a good time being moved over like that, but you know, that's actually faster than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie. Not bad. I mean, still kind of smooth, which is surprising being on a flash drive, but yeah, that gives you an idea of what it looks like to run off a flash drive, so maybe you won't be as bad as I thought. Now you might be asking yourself, can I just take my external storage and plug it into any computer and have my virtual machine, you know, ready to go? Well, it's not really that simple. So let me show you how you would fix it if you wanted to plug it into another computer. So of course that computer has to have VirtualBox installed. That's a no-brainer, right? So of course that computer needs VirtualBox installed, right? No-brainer. Now let's plug in the external drive here, and it's going to pop up. We go right here. We can actually see. Here it is. Our stuff is all in there. Now we would actually have to click New, and we would have to pretend like we are creating a new machine. So you would do that, and I'm going to bump this up to like a gig, whatever. Now here is where we do something different. So instead of creating a new hard disk, we just click on Use an existing file. And we click right here, we click Add, and then we can actually go back to our drive right here, click on this, and hit Open. Then we can hit Choose, Create, and now we can hit Start, and this should boot up like it did before. There we go. So that is how you would do it if you wanted to plug this in to a different computer. Now there are some things to kind of note about doing it that way if you went and plugged in another computer. So if you look, this file, the disk image, stays right here. It's going to stay on our external storage, no problem. But these files right here are actually no longer good, okay? So if we go to our home folder right here, you can see that it's actually created new files for us. So yeah, if you just want it to kind of travel around with this, that would be all you need. We can delete those right there, and I will show you that it has no effect. Click start. It's going to boot up here. There we go. You can see all we have is the disk image file right here, and we have all of our other files still stored on our computer, but the main thing here is the biggest file is still on that external drive. So yeah guys, that's pretty much all I got. For you today here. I just want to talk about how you can save some storage space by moving your VirtualBox disk image file to another drive. Let me know down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. If you have anything wrong, be sure to leave a comment below. I'll try to help you out the best that I can. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button, and I will catch you all in the next video.